Spirit, I know that not people know me on here, but our message is potent. I know they're used to people that they feel comfortable with, Spirit. Where everyone starts in your divine direction cannot be questioned. Because I know you are leading me in the right direction. So Spirit, I call in people who need to hear whatever message you want me to relay. Spirit, please be with me today. Please take away any nervousness I may have. Help me, Spirit, please, to do the job that you have asked me to do. Help me, Spirit, help others shine in you. Because even if one person hears, Spirit, I know that it's your work that I'm doing. I know. So Spirit, let someone out there hear. Let someone out there know that this message is from you. And this message needs to be heard. Let them feel that. Please send out a call to those who are my fam, my soul fam. Because this is the only place that I fit in, that I know I am one with Spirit. And if it doesn't happen, it's fine. I will talk to myself and keep being of one mind with you. I will not fall behind. I will not let the enemy make me stop. I will still spread your message non-stop. So Spirit, I ask that it touches someone out here. I don't give any views on here, but I will not let that bother me. Spirit, I ask that you help me in this. Even if it's just one person, that I help them in some way, somehow. Please help me spread this message in the right way. Spirit, I call on you. I call on you today. I'm not looking for many helps, but I want to help someone. Help someone to hear, help someone to know. I am here for you now, even if they don't speak. But know to me, help them flow, because this cup fills my heart. This comes from the divine. Please help me find those who are within my tribe. Please help me find those who are within my tribe. Please help me find those who are within my tribe. Thank you, Spirit. I put my trust in you. Thank you, Spirit, for all you do. I open up to Spirit. And I receive. I open up to Spirit. And I receive. All those who need to hear, hear. All those who are seeking, seek. Find my signal. Find my frequency. Find my signal. Find my frequency. Find my signal. Hello and welcome. I was just praying with spirit and I said, even if it's just one that shows up, I'm here for you. I'm going to start on a read. Let's see what the energy is like here. Okay? This is my second line. My second line. So I'm going to start with an energy reading. It may be the first person that's here. Well, actually, it looks like there's three. I was just asking God to be with me during this live, so that I'm giving information that helps. Now, if you have any questions, yes or no questions, the Spirit does work through me. I am a channel. And although I'm new to YouTube, I have been within my spiritual quest for 10 years. I do readings on the outside. I am a seer and I am a healer. I am a prophetess and a priestess. It just took me a while to get to this point to where I actually wanted to work online and spread the message other than seeing my clients on the outside. So, because although you haven't seen me before, more than likely, I do have a huge following on TikTok. There's lots of people who know me and they see how I work. All I ask is that you give me an opportunity to show you the same. So welcome. Right now, I am going to do a reading. I'm going to see where our energy is right now. My angel is Metatron. So right now, I'm using the Metatron deck right here. The Oracle card is the Metatron, Archangel Metatron Oracle deck, okay? And I'm just seeing where our energy is right now. Also, I have a deck called the Consciousness, the unifying consciousness. It's good for the collective, okay? And we all are connected, and this is an amazing deck to use. It is by Lori Little, okay? And I will be using that. In the meantime, if you all have questions, feel free to ask yes or no. Because like I said, the divine channels through me. I am a medium. I have been doing this for a while, just not online. I will give you an example of how the channel works. I do not use the spirit boards, okay? It's not necessary, okay? Once you get to a point in your spirituality, you do see that it's not necessary. Okay, so that you can see my hand, okay? And the medallion. This is the void medallion, okay? It's also my Metatron medallion. Spirit. Thank you, angels. Thank you, spirit. Angels of the highest light. My spirit team. My ancestors. And source. Are you with me now? Thank you, angels. Thank you, spirits. When it rotates in a circle, that means yes. Okay? Thank you, angels. Thank you, spirits. Can you show them the energy, the collective that we have here? When the answer is no, can you show them how the medallion moves? So it moves back and forth for now. So if you have any yes, no questions, feel free to ask. Thank you, angels. Thank you, spirit, for being here. Angels of the Most High Light, my spirit team, and source. Do we have any earth angels in our presence right now? Yes, we do. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you, angels. Thank you, spirit. Do we have any starseeds in our presence right now? And that's a no. Doesn't mean that more will join us. Thank you, angels. Thank you, spirit. So right now, since we do have earth angels here, this is very appropriate for the reading. So I will begin now. But remember, if anybody has any questions, please, yes or no, tell me your first name. It could be a nickname. I do not require, I just don't want to be like Twilight Tapestries. Spirit, Twilight Tapestries has this question. And welcome, by the way. And hello. Just say your nickname, first name, and then I can commune with Spirit to answer any yes, no question that you may have, okay? I am here for you. Spirit is here for you. If you know anyone else who may be interested in this, feel free to invite them in as well. Thank you, angels. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, here we go. Let me know if you would like to see the cards too, because I can always adjust the angle, okay? Do you have anything here for the energies that are present right now? Spirit is sending you a message from Spirit with love, letting you know that Source is here with you. Your spirit team is here with you. First and foremost, they want to send that message to you from Spirit with love. And if you look here, it says signs. I'm big on signs and synchronicities. It helps us to realize that God is with us no matter where we are, no matter what we do, and no matter what messages we receive. And this is one where God is saying, I am here. Listen, the number 5 may be significant for you. 555 is transformation, okay? And the number 50 may be significant to you as well, okay? Or 000, which means total reset. And we've been through the 1111 portal. So a lot of us have had a fresh start. And we are reset. We begin anew. So, from love, with love, from Spirit with love, excuse me. Okay, so I'm going to go on. Thank you, angels. Thank you, Spirit. Is there any other message you have for the energies we have here now? Any other message through this Metatron deck? Do you know who your angel is, by the way? Or your life path number? Because I can also do that as well for you. So here we have is the cosmos mirrors you. We do know that the energy that we put out, and we got to be careful because this is a very, very important time, powerful time of manifestation. And the words that we say in our thoughts, we need to be careful because it can certainly manifest because we are quite powerful. Okay? So, in this, Spirit is saying the cosmos mirrors you. What you put out is what you're going to get back. So, it's imperative that we put out good energy, that we speak good thoughts, that we think good thoughts, that we journal. A lot of us are having dreams, and these dreams God is sending to us for a specific reason. Before you came to this earth, you had an assignment. You chose the family that you were raised up in. And whether that was a beautiful experience for you or it was terrible, we do know that those of us that go through horrible times in life, we are here for a purpose. A lot of us are way showers. A lot of us are star seeds. A lot of us are, which way shore is a star seed. A lot of us are earth angels. Okay? A lot of us are here to be true speakers, to show the way, to light the path for others. A lot of us are spiritual warriors. A lot of us are straight celestials, okay? And we're just now remembering who we are. And God is unlocking our DNA powers that were always in us, but became innate because of the blocks that was put upon us by societal confinements, boxes that they put us in, religious teachings, okay? Things where it subdued us, our power. So now a lot of us are experiencing an amazing awakening. So we need to be careful. The cosmos mirrors what we put out. And what you put out is what you get back. There's a saying, you get it how you live, and that's true. You get it how you live, okay? If you want to put out if you put out bad energy and negativity, it finds its way right back to you. And we have to remember we're sent here to break loops and karmic cycles within families. And unfortunately, being in our human bodies, in these vessels, we can become seduced. Ooh, excuse me. Back to back, confirmation births. We can be subdued into society because we feel deep. Our human feels deeply, and it can cause us to be blinded to who we truly are. Goodness. Back to back. Thank you, angels. Thank you, Spirit. Is there anything else you would like to impart here? Okay. And this is a period of time. And see, look, did I not just talk about this? Karma. What you put out is what you receive. And I just talked about us breaking family karmic loops, okay? So yes, this is the next card that came out. 2 may be significant. You may be seeing 222. You could be seeing 888, which is a sign of abundance. But we got to untie some knots. And those of us who are well versed in our journey right now know that this encompasses shadow work, facing those fears, unboxing those boxes, those blocks that were put within our system to stop us from being who we are. Because the powers that be know that if we can all come together in a unified mind, that we can raise the vibration within the society and their rule would be over with. because we all would be united. Excuse me, sorry. So, yes, we're at a point where if you're going through that shadow work, untying knots are essential. You untie those knots, you can flow. And what God gives you is unbelievable. The gifts that I have received, and I just showed you one of them, that's only one of them. I have so much more, and there's a channel that I'm starting here on YouTube to go more into that esoteric knowledge. I am an Aquarian, so I am very inquisitive and intelligent, which leads me to study things that other people may dismiss. But the energies that I have here, I know you're on that path. You want to know more. And there's things that our minds were blocked to where we just couldn't grasp it. But now God is unlocking that within us. And things that I knew in my head and I would think about, but my parents and religious leaders will tell me, hey, no, no, you can't think like that. No, that's demonic. That's you're steering off course. Um, so many things to block you. But then when you find out what the truth is, there is no stopping you. And God shows you, God opens up things that was always there, okay? Always there, but it was blocked. So, for instance, this is something I'm studying, okay? Because I'm still at the point where I'm trying to understand it. And I've heard a lot of people say it about the earth being flat. But in this book, and because of my medical background, I am a practitioner, I'm a nurse. You get caught up in science. And when you hear certain things, you're like, okay, yeah, all right. But once spirit starts unlocking these things in you, this knowledge, you cannot deny. So this is explaining how people feel the earth is flat. Okay? And like I said, I'm still trying to discern that. Okay? But I do know how the eye works. And I do know that the eye is a sphere. And we have a flat portion in there, and the reflection, the refractory of it. This is deep. You know what? I'm going to save this for my other page, okay? Because I'll be talking about this way too long. But I did want you to see this book. It's called The Church Book, okay? And this book is meant to liberate humanity. Liberate from us, from what we've been programmed to think. Open our minds, okay? And we know that love is the key that unlocks us, okay? And gives us our fullest potential. And in a sense, we have been too divided. Love unites. Hate divides. And it divides the collective consciousness. And this is not what we need. But going on with the message, I'm sorry, I'll go on a tangent. Anything scientific. I study quantum theory too. So on the other page that I'm doing, I will be delving and to lots of things involving that, okay? Okay, so that's our message from the Metatron Oracle. Let's go a little bit deeper. This is called the unifying consciousness, okay? And I did mention this earlier, and I do know that, I do know that this is significant for us, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and see what we have here for the collective. So we have the Seven of Cups. And on TikTok, I pulled this card, but from a different deck. Same thing. We do know that this is related to emotions, okay? Although the cups are full, you see that in our emotions will be the death of things that made us emotional, that distracted from our growth, from our message, okay? And I can actually read to you what it says so that you have a better understanding here. One thing you realize about me, I'm not one to be very loud or putting on a show or whatever. I'm just speaking knowledge. I'm kicking out knowledge here. And the spirit is very calm in me, all right? I'm here to serve a purpose. I'm here to deliver messages from the divine. Now, it may seem a little bit, you may have your favorites, you know, but I do know, this I can tell you, I do know that the spirit works through me. And I do know that there will be a day when you see me on a much higher level. That has already been spoken into existence. I'm just starting out here on YouTube, okay? But if you follow me, you'll see where I'm coming from, okay? So the Seven of Cups is, I make wise choices. And that's indicative of here, the death of different vices. If you look at it, there it is right there, okay? And this is, it's good to have options. You have many in front of you right now, and at first glance, they all look shiny and appealing. It's pleasant to lose yourself imagining how one choice might have an impact on your life and how different the outcome would be with another. You could enjoy floating here for ages because here in this limbo, you don't have time to limit yourself to one option or the risk of making the wrong choice. Everything remains possible. Your imagination is a powerful ally. It can inform you and open up possibilities. So let it play for a while, but know that you're going to have to decide at some point. Otherwise, nothing will happen, and you'll stay right where you are. When you're ready to choose, be aware how your emotions are coloring, how you're seeing your options. Is your vision clear or are you clouded? Step back, examine each option carefully, and make the best choice. So, this in itself is important. It's saying how, although you have a lot of cups, it's good to have options, okay? It's good to have options, but you want to make sure that you're not taking a risk. And you want to make sure that you're not looking over an outcome that would be for your best benefit. And Spirit felt that this is something that you needed to know. Okay? And moving on. Thank you, angels. Thank you, Spirit. Is there any other message that you would like to impart? Here we have lovers. And it looks as if she has a third eye. And they're snakes, which could mean enmity or enemies. Okay? It looks like Spirit is saying to have perception, to be open to intuition, to know, to look for red flags. But honestly, let's see what the book has to say about the lovers, okay? Because it has very important knowledge that it imparts out. So the lovers, first of all, a blessing from the lovers. May love be the guiding force of your life. And what did we talk about? We talked about love. Love being a force that could change. This is why we're being pulled together. This is why we are to be united as a people, okay? This says the lovers here. It says I was telling you about the snakes. So listen, the snakes whisper their truth. Their role in this sacred garden is to deliver you from evil and to teach you to love so deeply that the universe will expand and unfurl before you. Eat their apple and also gain the knowledge of how worthy of love you are. Love takes on an infinite number of forms. It's a force that drives, feeds, and constantly renews. Love manifests as a relationship with a partner, soulmate, or lover. A sublime connection that elevates and brings meaning to life. But the most transformational power of love doesn't come from seeking love outside yourself. It comes from finding love within. How can you do this? Look at the harmonious pattern that is revealed in the face of the figure on the lover's card. The symmetry permeates every being in our universe, including you. The lovers has a simple message: you are connected with all, that is, while being perfectly whole within yourself. The unifying consciousness of love flows through all of us. And this is why we are the connected minds, okay? When the lovers invite you into their sacred garden, it is time to look at the experience of love in your life. How are you giving or receiving love within the context of either a romance, friendship, family, self, or your fellow humanity? When offered the apple, what choice are you making? Let the universe know that you're worthy of love. Believe it, and so it is. Again, let the universe know that you're worthy of love. Believe it, and so it is. And that goes back to the unified consciousness. That goes back to untying those knots. That goes back to the cosmos reflecting you. Okay? This is all tying in to what Spirit is trying to relate to us. This is all tying in to what Spirit is relaying to us, okay? So this is something important. Um, da, 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 da. All right. So going on. Twilight, are you still here? Feel free to comment. Feel free to say anything that you like. Okay. Because regardless if people are here, I'm just going to keep on going. Spirit tells me to keep on going, and I go where Spirit leads no matter what. Thank you, angels. Thank you, Spirit. And look at that. This is the Seven of Pentacles, and I've been pulling this a lot today in my personal readings and also the readings on TikTok. This means that you have come to a period of where you have been working hard and you are about to see the glory of God. You're about to come into, your abundance is about to come into fruition. This is powerful, and this is very real. And I know that if you follow other content creators and you listen to other readers, you hear this a lot. This is a period of abundance, okay? This is a period of abundance. And then we have the Spirit of Swords here. There's an eagle, so you may have seen an eagle lately. And it seems to be hitting a bullseye. The Spirit of Swords. Speaking the truth, the major truth. This is why a lot of us are truth seekers, okay? Truth speakers. And we soar high. We are God's warriors. And we hit the bullseye every time with truth, okay? So I also will read the meaning of that to you. The Spirit of Swords. Okay, so Spirit of Swords. It says you don't do things by half. You fly through the life full throttle, a swift hunter who never loses sight of their prey. You have an innate sense of timing, and you understand the importance of acting at the right moment. There's always a prize to be won, a cause to be championed, or someone in distress who needs to be rescued, and you rise to the challenge every time. Your single-mindedness is powerful. It drives you toward the goals and future ambition. When you're fixated on a particular target, everything else fades in the periphery. Anything you set your mind on, you achieve. Even if gentler pressures and slower companions get left behind. Stillness is difficult for you, but if you don't slow down on occasion at least, you're going to rush through your life right past opportunities for love, discovery, connection, and comfort. Your activation is, I know where to focus my energy. So you don't want to soar so high. See, this is good in itself, okay? But you don't want to be soaring so high that you forget self, okay? You become so occupied with these things, you forget to live in the moment. And you know what? I'm going to put this down and I'm just going to speak. I'm going to speak from my heart. Whether people are listening or not, I'm going to speak from my heart. I've been through some shit, okay? Haven't we all? I was raised in a religion that did not allow me to be free. I could not dress the way others did. I was told that I'm part of the world if I did. I loved music from the get-go. I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to be a writer, write music and, for people. But I was told that these things are of the world and God is against it. So I was put in this box. I was put in this box and I was contained and I let it happen because I was too afraid of what my family would think. I was too afraid to step outside of that. And I was young. I was 18. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to support myself? But some way, somehow, I found that drive. And I'm not encouraging anybody else to do this who may hear this message who is younger. But I ran away from home. And I found my way, in a sense. I hurt my parents so bad, you know. But I was in a situation where there was abuse. There was military corporal punishment. There was shunning. If I did something bad, I was under the threat of being disfellowshipped. And can you imagine being raised up in a community where those were your only friends and then you're shunned? People can't talk to you. People ignore you. I feel like God is a God of love, and that's not something that should be done to anybody. But it was done to me. And the visions that I had, the power that I had, the power that I saw my mom have, she prayed away for fear that it was something from the devil. These things were created by people to keep us in a box so that we wouldn't know ourselves and we wouldn't raise the vibration. But I feel differently. I unlocked myself. I opened my mind and I began to discover that there are so many amazing things about me. God opened my DNA and I began to display powers. And in this situation right now, I'm supposed to be a part of a soul family. I'm supposed to be part of a people who seek just like me. I see people where it's just one view, and I take the time to listen to them because I know what that feels like. And in this, I felt like I found my community, people who are like mine. But it's almost like people don't have the time to listen. Or we're on some type of algorithm where, only those who have high views are the ones that are listened to. But there could be a message that's so important and that person is hitting a target, but because they're just starting out, because it's misinterpreted as, oh, they must just be learning tarot, and a person may have been doing tarot for years, but just decided to go on a platform to do it. In my heart, I've always been there for the underdog, but here I thought we all were. I thought we all had been, you know. I trust in spirit, and I know spirit will lead those to me. But sometimes I feel so alone. Like people are only here to listen to readings and don't even give you a chance to go into what spirit is leading you to say. Just scroll through. Maybe the first thing or the first sentence isn't something you heard. The last part could have been something that could change your life. But I see so many people don't even give it a chance. But you know what? I'm going to continue to be who I am. I am going to continue to speak regardless. I don't care if it's one person who listens. I don't care. As long as I'm getting the message out. But I pray to God that people give other people more than one glance, more than one chance, more than just, oh, they're not doing this or they're not doing that, so I'm just going to listen. And then they miss out on something so important that it changes their life. And I know there's this saying, if it resounds with you. But how do you know if it resounds if you only give it half a minute? I am a truth speaker, and I will speak the truth every single time. And I'm not afraid of who it triggers. I'm not afraid of who gets angry. It's me. And if you're that person who is like me, then you will find me. And when you find me, you'll see that I'm a chest full of wealth and that God is truly using me. Thank you for the ones who did listen.
These are wonderful. You heard me? Oh, she's too busy filming.
I'm too busy filming. Okay.